Hello, I'm Lorna Kindred, the Education Manager here at the Southern California Rental Housing Association. The SCRHA is a 100-year-old trade organization in Southern California for those that own, manage, or provide services to the rental housing industry. We're doing a series of interviews with our NAA credential holder members. Our guest today is Alicia Bannister, Community Director at URBANA and HG Fenton Property. Hi, Alicia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
I'm glad to hear it. Can you tell us how you became a housing provider? What motivated you?
Yeah, sure. So I feel like much like other people in the industry, I kind of stumbled into the position. I answered an ad in the school paper at the University of Kansas where I was completing my journalism degree and found a love for it. I absolutely loved getting an application and getting leases and decided that this was the career path that I wanted to go down.
How long have you been in the property management?
Yes, so in May it will be 12 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Housing providers are often seen in a negative light. What do you wish more people knew about housing providers?
Sure. So I really hate that property managers or landlords bad name because of, various news articles or kind of the slumlord stereotype out there. But what I wish more people knew is how excited we are to provide a home for you. We get to be a big part of your life. We are there for sometimes for some, pretty incredible memories like your first engagement or your first child or a pet, things like that. So we get to be part of your life and we really enjoy that. And, it's something that we cherish as part of our industry.
That sounds really nice. Do you have a story about a resident or residents that made an impact on you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was working for a company called At Home Apartments in Kansas City, Missouri, and they are the sole housing provider for the Mission Project, which is an organization. My puppy wants to get in on the action. They are the sole housing provider for Mission Project. They're an organization that help young adults with different cognitive disabilities live independently on their own, and without this organization they wouldn't be able to. So formed a lot of great relationships through that and was able to complete my Lyceum leadership project for this organization and volunteer with them and go to their events that support them. So definitely something that will stick with me forever.
Yeah, that sounds really nice.
Yeah.
What made you decide to get your credential?
Sure. So my previous manager at the time actually suggested that I get my NALP, now CALP, as you know. And then a couple years later, I was fortunate enough to work for a company that let me attend the CAM courses as an assistant manager and a brand new assistant manager. So those were definitely more challenging than I think they would have been had I been a manager.
So you first received your CALP and then you got your CAM. What was the experience like?
Yeah, so experience was really great. I'd say getting the opportunity to get out of your office and be around like-minded people that are in your industry that kind of go through the trenches and go through what you go through every day. It was like really invigorating to go through those courses and then go back to work and just be really motivated to excel in your role. And it was nice getting to learn from other people in the industry too.
Do you remember what the exam was like?
I don't remember the CALP exam. It was too long ago. It was 2011. But the CAM course, I do remember that it was very challenging, but I will say that the course book and the instructors I had led me, to success, and I was able to pass with no problem on the first try, thanks to their, help.
Is this has the credential helped you in your job or with advancing your career?
Yeah, I would say absolutely. I think, having those credentials, anyone in our industry is going to look at those and know that you know your stuff. I think it's seen in high regards in our industry to have those designations. And also just being able to have that knowledge to look back on as I'm making decisions in my career, as I move up in companies, to have that as a backbone of my education.
What does a designation mean to you?
It's really important to me. I love that I get to put those little letters behind my name. It's really a great talking point for interviews. And, when you're talking to new people about your industry, for me, a big important thing to me is that people really see our industry as a career. And I love that certain universities are, offering course exams like the University of Indiana, where you can get a degree in property management. So it's really important to me to have those and to continue my education. I think that's a big important piece of it, those continuing education CECs every year too.
Yeah. If there was one piece of advice you could give to someone pursuing their credential, what would it be?
Do it. 100% do it. I would say use your resources, read your material before you go to class. That way you can really engage and be truly focused on what you're talking about in class, and just make sure that you get everything out of it that it can offer.
And that's great advice.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for joining us today. If you're watching this and want to know more about our organization, you can find us at www.socalrha.org. To see other interviews with members of the industry, visit our YouTube channel, SoCal RHA. Goodbye for now. Have a good afternoon.